Okay, we got my man George Jones in here today. He said he wanted to come in and do an interview, you know what I mean? So welcome everybody on Fanboys tuning in right now. That's my YouTube channel over there. You know what I mean? And he got his, what you streaming on over there? You on YouTube also? My man. So what is your YouTube channel? Let everybody know.
YouTube, you can find me at J Money Live on YouTube. Check me out.
J Money. Where'd you get that J Money from? You know what I mean? What is the significance behind that name, J Money?
Growing up, I guess people saying work ethic in me. Family members, first coming from family members, people call me J Money.
Okay.
And then getting out to the world, people just, I don't know, they say J Money.
Alright, okay, J Money. Well, Jay got the money there. You know what I mean? That's what it means. Jay got the bag. Alright, so how you doing, my brother?
I'm doing alright, man.
Man, welcome with bubbalou Radio, man. This is the afternoon drive. You know, my man Jay, he came in Saturday, got a cut. So he said he wanted to come in and do an interview. You feel me? I said, man, hell, why not? You know what I mean? So the day and the time, you know, because I don't like to hold people up. You know what I mean? So I like to strategize a little bit, meaning that when someone have something that they want to do, you know, if I can help them, you know, just get it done. You know, because it's all about, man, it's all about connecting with people, especially young cats. You know what I mean? Because they are the next generation that's in line, you know, to change the world. You know what I mean? So we salute Jay today. You feel me? For taking the time out. He drove all the way down. He said somebody backed into his vehicle last night. You know, knocked the eye out. You know what I'm saying? You know, but things, you know, this. So check this out, right, Jay. Before we get into what you're gonna talk about. So, what do you think about the situation with P. Diddy, man?
Oh man, P. Diddy, 1,000 bottles of baby oil on.
But listen though, a billionaire, you're not gonna have just, because I know, I'm not a billionaire. I wouldn't order just one bottle, because I got, you know what I'm saying. I would order in chase,
stock, right? Like,
you know what I'm saying.
Up on different things. Yeah,
So,
I understand that.
You know what I mean? Because so a lot of times when, you know, when they throw things out there, they'll always broke it down to make it look unnormal to unnormal people. You see what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
It's just like if you had $1 billion, would you buy one Rolls Royce or would you buy 3 or 4 at a time?
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. They could be painted a certain type of way because they also didn't speak on. He can have toilet paper in stock. He can have, you know what I mean? He can have a lot of different things in stock, but they're gonna point out the things that make it. I understand.
Free
what you're getting at. I can understand. You know what I mean? I can understand what you're getting at.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, I'm not. You know what I mean? It's like, is he another token? You know what I mean? You know, I've been listening to a lot of stuff for the last couple of days. You know what I mean? And well, I know his career is over. You know what I mean? Just like R. Kelly. You know, when they start putting you on TV, they start, same thing they did with Michael. You know what I mean? Same thing they did with, well, Whitney was a little different, but, you know, we could go on and on, you know what I'm saying? But I look at it like another brother in the music industry and the entertainment industry who has now far from their grace. You know what I mean? And so they paint pictures, same thing they do with people all around the globe, you know what I mean? Especially whether you're rich or poor, come from certain community, they pull you over. You know, they put you on social media. They had this in the car, that in the car, that in the car. You know what I mean? And it goes on and on. You know what I mean? Because we are the ones who they're after. You know what I mean? They seeking to destroy, you know, black folks for some reason in America.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, so that was just, you know, something that I was just thinking about. You know what I mean? So, what's going on, my brother?
Now, real quick, just to touch on that. You know, I ain't gonna, you know. I'm not gonna jump and say that he did anything that he didn't do or anything like that. You know, I know exactly what you're talking about, what you're getting at, especially with past greats, Michael Jackson, different things like that. These scenarios, they paint them a certain type of way. Now there is certain people that, you know, might get into some things behind closed doors. We don't necessarily know what people are getting into. So we
exactly, absolutely.
You know, we gotta see how it plays out, though.
It done played out.
I'm definitely gonna.
It done played out.
Yeah.
Shit, it done played out. You know, because once they get you locked up, they got you.
Yeah, you're right.
You feel me? The feds, it ain't like the state. When the feds get you in them cuffs, it's hard to come out of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now that's when that's when they do whatever they do. Now everybody who knows something, everybody who, and it's crazy though, so that all these people know this information, but being that they wanted that limelight time. And then I can look at it like this also, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing in this world that I would do and get scrutinized, or I had to give myself to do something I'm not going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Be a faggot. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Compromise your morals.
Right. You know what I mean? Going to the virgin hole. You know what I mean? That Cat Williams said. You feel me? Because I did a segment earlier when they just did a lot of clips on, you know, what was said and how it was said. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like I said, I don't get it. You know, do you? Is that really more important than your integrity? You feel me?
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Can somebody really control you to make you do things? You know what I mean? Not ordinarily that you want to do, but you can do it just because you're trying to get there or whatever. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Cassius is a beautiful lady.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They said they was having a party where they would get male sex workers to come in, have sex with it, and you got to lay with it, and you know what I'm saying? But then they say puppy was getting in the back. I'll tell you what, that's some hell of a party.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Crazy.
And then I guess they say that all the videos that was there, whoever sent them to get the videos, they might have been in the videos too. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, you know, like I said, it's a story that's gonna, but the truth is not gonna come out till 50 years from now. You know what I mean? It's always the 50 years later when everybody's dead and gone. You know what I mean? Forgotten about, so they'll come out with, you know what I mean? That's just how America works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, so talk to me. What's going on?
All right. I want to take it back to the beginning.
All right.
DJ Bubbalou, man.
My man. Appreciate that.
So what was the start for DJ Bubbalou growing up? What was your life like growing up?
Oh man. You know, and
Two-parent household?
No. Matter of fact, I was raised by my aunt, which was the oldest out of all of my grandmother's children.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and she's 99 years old today. She's still alive. You know what I'm saying? You know, she had Alzheimer's. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
No, dementia. You know what I mean? So you could go see her and talk to her. But what dementia does, well, I don't know whether she know I'm there or not. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I know that through studies and whatever. But I didn't get. Then it's a lot. You know, to speak about because you don't know, but then you do. You don't know. You know what I mean? You know, but a lot of people has that when they get older. It's like I was listening last night where Jimmy Carter's gonna be 100 real soon, so they celebrate. And he's in hospice. He's been in hospice, whatever that means, for a while now. Even when the wife passed away, you know. So I was like, you know, my mom is gonna be 100 in March. If Lord spare life, he's always said that. You know what I mean? So then it's like being what they call in America a prominent figure. Than just an ordinary individual, you don't get the same discretions. You know what I'm saying? You don't get, but she's the one who took care of me. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up, man, just a normal kid. Didn't have a whole lot. You know what I mean? You know, but I had brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? They lived with my mom and their dad. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know, but I was the first one. I'm the oldest. You know what I mean? So, you know, so. You know, we did things in the summer, like in the summertime, we went into the fields, you know what I mean, slavery, you know what I mean, but we didn't know any better because that's all was presented to us. That's why today, I don't try to force my kids to, as I've learned, to get a job. Mm-hmm. Because a job to me is not gonna take care of you now unless you make over a certain amount of money. You just gonna be going to work back and forth and back. You know what I mean? Trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? Because they're not paying you over $150,000 or $175,000 and above.
Right.
Because with that, you can build upon that. But just a regular job, just to have a job, paying you $15, $16 an hour, that's gone as soon as you get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I try to, you know what I mean, to give them the benefit, you know, but you got to help them along the way, and sometimes they might not get it. You know what I mean? And then also, when does a kid get to the point where he's really developed enough to be out there in the world? You know what I'm saying? Right. You know, because we've been trained as when a kid gets 18 that it's time for them to go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then some may be ready, some not.
That's great.
You know what I mean? You know, so we got to, you know, we have to rethink a lot of things today, and that's why today, man, when I see people have children unconsciously, you know what I mean, it's a lot of responsibility because you may not be ready. You know what I mean? So you get into a situation with a female, y'all birth a child, and then y'all really not ready, neither one of y'all, but the sex feels so good that you keep having it, and then when the kid comes, you know, you're not ready because you're not prepared. Or when are you prepared? You know what I mean? So I think that we have to re-educate our children on that also, because now you've been looked at totally different. I know things happen. You know what I mean? Whether you're rich or poor, whatever. You know what I mean? I say, but rich people have a better opportunity for success than the ordinary individual who are not rich and out here trying to make it. You know what I mean? You know, so when I was growing up, you know what I mean? We just stayed in the neighborhood. Everybody played, everybody watched, everybody fought, but we didn't kill each other like they do today. You know, you could slap somebody, you know, you just fight. The next day you'd be cool. Oh, later on that evening, you know what I mean? You know, but things have changed since then and now and then. You know, because we used to go fishing. All this over here, this was back our playground. We used to go swim over here back in this water. Oh, really? Yeah, we used to walk way across the railroad track from Lake Street to get over here, because there was a bridge there. So we used to walk across there to go, you know what I mean? That was our pathway. You know what I mean? But through culture change and culture shock, then I remember when a lot of black folks around here owned stuff.
Oh, it used to be like that over here?
Hell yeah. We had our own stores in our community. You feel me? You know, I'm trying to tell you.
See, I didn't know that. I'm learning something today.
Yeah, you know, so when we went out, even what was considered downtown, where they got the folk fest and all this, I mean, we used to have, that was ours. You know what I mean? And West Main was like the part of the side of town where all the people, all the teachers lived at. You know what I'm saying? You know, even, you know, I can take you back, you know what I'm saying? You know, but growing up, man, you know, I grew up as a kid, you know what I'm saying? You know, money wasn't really a big deal, you know, because shit, it just wasn't. You know, everybody just went to work, came home, paid the bills, and whatever, you know what I mean? You know, bootlegging was, you know, was prevalent back then. You could go buy liquor, shit, you know, all night long, you know, you know, and it wasn't a whole lot of robbing and all the other stuff going on as is today. You know what I mean? And then I knew, well, growing up as a teenager, we know it was drugs in the community, but everybody who was on the heroin, we knew who was on the heroin, and they had their own little sector. They didn't bother nobody. Right. They did a little heroin, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But then when the cocaine and the crack came out, that changed the game. You feel me? That destroyed. That was the devil's workshop. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, but as a kid, man, you know, everybody in the neighborhood looked up for each other, and you could play up down the street. That's why you see kids now. They got so many things that they do in the house. They got the games. You know, they got all the tablets and things. So kids are not outside socializing like we wasn't growing up. It was more sociable, you know, because everybody interacted, going to the malls and, you know, even going to the Salvation Army. Salvation Army's been there forever. You know, so we used to walk to the Salvation Army. Nobody had a car. Then a lot of people whose parents was out working, you know, we just gathered and we walked. You know what I mean? So we was connected. Then we, you know, we had a little situation sometime where, you know, but nobody really, you know, never, you know, got into. But there was a lot, you know, because Mr. Biller, you know, he had the boxing tournament, then he had the track, you know what I mean? So he did a lot for the kids in the community growing up. You know what I'm saying?
Give them something to do back then.
Yeah. You know, then we played all the sports. You know, we played football, basketball, baseball, soccer. You know what I mean? This is what we did in our community. We played all the sports. You know, we was poor. You know, so we just had fun. We made it do what it do. You know, yeah.
So originally from Salisbury.
Yeah, born and raised. It was called PGH back in the day, Peninsula General Hospital.
Okay.
PGA, is that PGA? Yep, going right over there.
So, with you seeing these businesses in the area and stuff like that, do you feel like part of that made you want to get into business and different things like that?
No, I never even thought about it. Because I didn't know. You know how you're in school, they ask you what you want to be. They say you want to be a fireman, police officer, whatever. You know, so your mind is on it. My mind would only go as deep as what I saw.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's why I think that just think in New York or Philadelphia, you have more things to look at. You look at poverty, you look at wealth. You know, but everything here looks the same. You know, it's like a flat line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like you can ride down 13 right now, you see no luxury car lots.
Yeah.
You see no, you know what I'm saying? You may see a luxury car come through up there, but there's no luxury car lots. You know, that you can go look at a Rolls Royce any day. You know what I mean? A Bentley. You know what I mean? Or Maybach or Aston Martin. You know, we don't see. You know what I mean? You know, so you can only go as far as what you see. Then you can, like say, you can see it on television, all the other things, you know. But I think that our projection here is not for us. Mm-hmm. This is the Eastern Shore. You know what I mean? Every time that I see that black folks get in a position of power, they leave behind the new. Or I hear a lot of people say that, oh, they grew up with this and that. I'm like, it don't matter what they grew up with. We all had the same opportunities and information in 24 hours of the day. So that's how I look at life today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I know sometimes, you know, I be in here like don't shit be going on. You know, so I had to really project and go through that change where, damn, what is going on? Because I remember this, it used to jump, but I understand business. You know, business is like sometimes, you know, it's like jumping. That's why you gotta have more than one stream of income today.
True.
You feel me? I mean, because it's essential and it's important because you're going to be working for somebody else for the rest of your life if you choose to, because you've been trained to do that. Because all the things that they give you in school that's not going to really suffice you later on in life. They can train you how to get a job, make somebody else rich.
Yeah, they teach you how to work. That's
yeah.
You
know. Yeah, so, you know, but then, you know, like I said, being your own commander comes with a lot of responsibility. They say you got to take the ups with the down. It's such as life. You got to take the good with the bad. You got to take people, you know, because a lot of people that you run into don't have your best interests at heart. You know what I mean? They may appear to be, but they don't.
That's true.
You know, and so, you know, then once I guess this is how I look at it. You know what I mean? Once you really, what they're really looking for you to obtain, you know, they would tell you, they would show you. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what does it look like for somebody to say that, man, you made it, but I haven't made it yet. I'm struggling right motherfucker now. You feel me? Mm-hmm. You know, but it's cool. But it's cool. Yeah. You know, but it's cool. It's part of the process. You know what I mean? So I don't understand it, but I got to understand it as I go through it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You know, because there's always another day. Mm-hmm. You know, tomorrow could be the greatest day ever. You know, I could, you know, get rich. You know, soon I what I'm about to do, I don't know. You know what I mean? You know, but every day is a good day.
Every day is a new opportunity, right?
Correct.
Every day we get to wake up.
Hey, look, you're the first, and you're the first person that asked me to interview me, and I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, what made you went to interview me?
I said when I was talking to you the other day,
and
you know we talked before.
Right, all the time.
I knew what you had going on, and I'm like, man, and I see you really moving on it. You take it serious, and
cool.
And that's, you know what I mean. I try to be the same way as far as what I got going on, but it was inspiring.
Okay.
You know what I mean.
Appreciate
that. Said I want other people to get that same opportunity to hear, you know.
I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that. You know, because look, man, there's no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 steps. You know what I mean? Because every day steps change. And every day you had to make a decision sometime. And then you have to remember that there's people out here that you're relying on. I was sitting here the other day when I was going through a little, I was like, you know what, man? I got a lot of people relying on me.
Right.
You know, so am I living up to not their expectations, but to my expectations to take care of my children? And my answer to that was no. You know what I mean? So what do I have to, because I want to make sure that, you know, as a man, especially a black man, and as myself, no matter how I may think, that they are my responsibility.
Right.
Regardless of how old I get, how old they get, they are still my responsibility. So I had to rethink a lot of things at that moment, you know what I mean? Because they are. Because every male wants to see the love of a dad. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
You know what I mean? Because I didn't have it. See, I can sit up here and tell you that I never said good morning, Dad. I can say that my dad never took me to the store. I can say that my dad never took me to McDonald's. I can say my dad never picked me up from school. I can say that my dad never touched me, gave me a hug, and said he loved me. And then I guess a lot of times, you know, as a male, we forget that also. That although we may have a child, however it went, you know what I mean. Sometimes I got shit 3 or 4 ladies that I got kids by, you know what I mean, and they happened at different times in my life. You know what I mean? And so I had to rethink those, I had to revisit those thoughts, you know, frequently. You know what I mean? And does it bother me? Yes, it does. You know what I'm saying? You know, but still, I got to make sure that as I move forward, that I build something for them that they don't even know. So that's why, you know what I mean, I put a lot of pressure on myself. You know what I mean? Because I have to. Because nobody else is going to do it. You know, I can go through life being mediocre. I don't want to do that because I know better. You know what I mean? I want to make sure that before I leave this joint, I ain't got to be, have no airplane. If I get one, that'd be cool. A yacht. You know what I'm saying? That because, you know, but just to be able to fulfill that part of my life, I think that'd be the greatest thing ever. You know what I mean?
I can understand that.
You know,
nothing wrong with that.
You know what I'm saying? That'd be my prize. You know what I'm saying? You know, then whatever else is really don't even matter because, like I said, because they are the generations that's going to be here after I'm gone. You know what I mean? And I want to make sure that through the process of this, I learned that and I achieved that. You know, that's the only goal right now that really matters. You know what I'm saying? You know, because one day they'll see it, then they'll do the same thing for their children. You know what I mean? You know, that's the greatest gift of all. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it's just a journey. You know what I mean? Then I also learned today.
Oh, not to cut you off.
Go ahead.
Are these the type of conversations you have with your kids also? Like
Nope.
You put it in their head?
No, because they live with me, they see it.
Okay. Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You know, I ain't got to tell them. You know, I don't got to.
I can understand that.
You know, because look, this is not a movie that somebody wrote to put down and said, you know, it's time for us to talk. So I don't want to talk to nobody. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I have a right to do that. You know what I mean? Because there's some things that I'm still working on with me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then how that I want things done. You know what I mean? Because when you live with people, you got to separate you from them and them from you. But in the conglomerate, everybody live together. Because everybody not gonna do what you're gonna do. Everybody not gonna like what you like. You know what I mean? It's like I may don't want no dirty dishes in the sink at night. You know, but my wife may want dirty dishes in the sink at night.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I got to go in there and wash those dishes. That when I wake up in the morning, ain't nothing in the sink. So I can start my day instead of me going backwards. You know, that's how I look at things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd rather have it done tonight. That way in the morning, I can go.
Right. Yeah, I feel the same way.
You know.
Yeah.
And cause I'm fast at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, get my ass in the shower, you go. Cause now I got to figure out the projection of this day. This moment that we're in right now. Just like my grandson's mother called me, text me, could I go get him? I'm like, but I went to the school but then his dad came, so I'm like, okay, cool. You know, you figure this part out. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm talking about a lot of times when you have children and you're not ready. So the separation comes. I dealt with that. So now there's a discord between the mother and the father. That ain't got nothing to do with the kid. You know what I mean? So I listen to I speak by the minister, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. He said, you know what? I made mistakes as a dad. He said, but that's why you have grandfather. Because the mistakes I made as a dad, I can nurture that being a grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, cause damn, you know, cause we do that. You know what I mean? You know, and not knowing but knowing. You know, this is still a part of my generation, part of my attitude. You know what I mean? So I try to make sure that I guess do what I'm supposed to. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Nobody's gonna live a perfect life,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like our whole life literally is learning. We're learning the whole time. My father always say, from the cradle to the grave, you should be learning something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Every day. You know, because that now in today's market, you know, you have the internet, so you have so much to absorb.
Unlimited access.
Right. And then you got to decipher, just like people. You got to decipher which one is 100 and which one is 50%.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because everything that look good may not be good. I be like, that ain't nobody on the internet struggling. God damn.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about that part. You know, everybody doing good. You know what I mean? Is everybody really doing good? Right. You know what I mean? They don't see the inflation that we're living with. You know what I mean? They're robbing us. Mm-hmm. You know, every day, everything costs so much right now. You know what I mean? Like I said, the money used to go a little ways now. Your money gone. You look in your bank account. Damn. You look in your savings. You say, damn. You know, then you try to hold on to something. I'm like, wow, what the hell is happening? You know, but you wake up another day, you got another opportunity to get it right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Now, the next thing I wanted to get into, so for you, what came first, the barbering or DJing?
DJ. Because I always played music. You know what I mean? And I always wanted my own radio station, even when I was a little kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, radio was that's my dream job.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? So I went to school for it, and actually, I'm gonna tell you a true story. I never shared with nobody. I moved to Baltimore back in '87, right?
Right.
And it was a school on Harford Road, and I applied to that school, and they gave me a test. And what the test was, maybe they said this is a balance beam. How do you balance the balance beam? If you tilt it forward, would it go forward? If you tilt it back, would it go forward? If you lean it straight, would it stay straight? Meaning that they actually saw the question to see if you could pass the tilt, whatever, how many questions it was, you know what I mean?
Right.
So at that particular, I don't know what it was, but I didn't pass the test, you know what I mean? So I felt kind of down on myself. So I started, you know what I mean, doing what I was already doing, drinking, getting high. You know what I mean? So, and I think I didn't complete my mission. You know what I mean? And it's the first time I told anybody this. You don't want to know. Matter of fact, everybody knows right now. But, I was like, what was it? I think I was in my 30s. I was in my late 20s or early 30s. Yeah, I was 27. You know what I mean? I always loved music, and I always the music was like the key. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. You ever see anybody doing, getting
I
into radio and stuff
listened to
like
radio
that?
stations. So we had one here, WJDY.
Mm-hmm.
It was an AM station. Matter of fact, it was right down the street. And so I went there one night. I went to the studio, and the dude, what's his name? Chuck. But last name was Bad something. Anyhow, but he invited me in, and we did a party, and he was there. You know what I mean? And I used to do parties with Paul Butler. It was another lady, Miss Brunton. I did a couple parties with them back in the day.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I used to go by a lot of, back then we had 45. I used to go by, it was a spot over here called Watson Smokehouse. I used to go get the records, and my mother bought me a stereo. You know what I mean? It used to be a furniture store there called Family Brothers, right on the bridge. This little bridge right there, the little section over there was a furniture store back in the day. So my mother bought me a console, which was a turntable with the 8-track on there and the speakers. So I used to, so I used to sit in my room and put the speakers out the window You know, back then we had albums, you know, 45. So I always did that. Then I started DJing and having parties. So that's where all that came from.
Oh wow. Okay.
But I never could afford the equipment until I went into the military. And then when I came home, when I bought me some equipment. And so that's why today, everything that I couldn't get then, I have it now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so that is just a gift to me. You know, but that's what that do. You know what I mean? It's a lot of stuff in there. You know, but that was always one of my passions. You know what I mean? So that's why I ain't got no problem sitting here. You know what I mean? I can figure this out. You know what I mean? Musically, and then learn. Then just like I just yesterday I did my webpage. You know what I mean? So I designed my app last week. You know, so now I'm learning the nuance of the traffic that is needed. You know what I mean, for these things. You know what I'm saying? So self-taught. You know what I mean? That way I know that when the station gets where it needs to go, when it's time for me to start bringing people in, I know exactly what needs to be done, so I can go out and do something else. You know what I mean? Right. And then everybody makes some money. You know what I mean? Because I think that, you know, a lot of people don't, like I said, a lot of people don't see the vision. You know what I mean? Because they think that, okay, when you say a radio station, you want to go into, but I got my building. But the internet, it's like I can broadcast in all countries.
Right.
You feel me? You know, so I can stream. You know what I mean? And then I can do a commercial for any place in the world.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And it could be, all they gotta do is to get the app, boom, 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 I'll get the link, and they're in there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, that's the significance of that. You can reach more people. That's why I've been asking people to come in, you know, share your story. You know what I mean? Because we all have a story to share. I think it's very important. We don't have to be on no certain level. You know what I mean? Because we're all on the same level. Trust me, we're on earth. It's one level. So don't let it get twisted about this levels of this shit. It's not. It's the same level. It's just different thoughts and ideas on where you want to go at. If you want to go to a puffy party, that's another level. But if you want to stay grounded, hey, stay over here. You know what I mean?
But I think that's great to see, and that's part of what inspired me. The fact that, okay, this is something that you've been wanting to do since you were younger, and now here you got it, and you know you're working on it, and the things that you don't know about, you're doing what you need to do to get the information to further, you know, this project that you got. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you another secret, right? When I get home, I search the channels, I pick up information, and I obtain it. You know what I mean? A lot of people write stuff down, which is cool, but I try to obtain, even if I wake up 3 o'clock in the morning, turn the TV on, I may listen to a certain part of the news, and they made something that really, okay, like I said, yesterday they had a big ass storm in North Carolina, a lot of flooding and all these other things. You know, but then I try to attain that way when I get here, I had to put on notes. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to be more authentic than just a script that's been written, you know, for whatever they edited. You know what I mean? I can do that also, you know, but I like to wing it. That way I know that it's 100. You feel me?
Yeah, I can understand.
And then there's no powers to be. I ain't gotta worry about really upsetting nobody. If you get upset, you're on your own. You know, but then it's like, okay, this is real. So I'm not an ordinary person. You know, I'm a great person. You know, because great is not ordinary.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's how I try to learn how to use terminologies, you know what I mean, to fit the situation. You know what I mean? You know, and that's it. You know, and every day you make some adjustments. I don't care what it is. You know what I mean? And just keep moving. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. With DJing being what you wanted to do, and being on the radio, what got you into barbering?
Because I had boys, and they needed haircuts, and I wasn't gonna pay the barbershop to do it, so barbershop clippers started cutting. You know what I mean? So I already knew how to do that. But I was working at I was working at Harvard Custom Manufacturing over there now with Pure Fitness at before they went out of business. And I was selling CDs, and I was going to a barbershop. See, I was going to a barbershop to sell my CDs, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So I was going to, matter of fact, one shot to Barber Dre, you know what I mean? He gave me the opportunity to go in there and start cutting. You know, so I'm gonna tell you some real shit, right?
Yeah.
I went to every barbershop in Salisbury. This was in 2000, and nobody would give me an opportunity to cut. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I even took a client in one shop. Nobody gave me an opportunity to do that. You know what I mean? So Dre was the first one who done that. You know what I mean? So I salute him. You know what I mean? So I learned. A brother named Mike Sutton. Man, he talking about a barber joker. You know what I mean? He showed me the tips. Then he said, check this out. This is how it's gonna work. Ain't nobody getting your chair because they don't trust you yet. You know what I mean? Hold on for a second. Talk to me.
Hey, Buzzo.
Yeah.
Hey, question. You know anybody got any 2-bedrooms available?
Oh, look, I'm give me about 20 minutes. I'm gonna call you right back. All right.
Okay.
My man. You know, so he gave me the opportunity, man, and then Mike showed me. He gave me the blueprint. He said, now, once you get your first customer, take your time, cause everybody will be watching.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He said, I've been through it. He's been through it. He's been through it. This is a process. He said, but in the meantime, don't worry about it. You know what I mean? So that's how I got started. They call it old messenger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who the hell that is?
But nah, yeah, it's always great when somebody, and it's always good to shout out the person that gave you the opportunity. You know what I mean? So that's what's up. When somebody give you a shot, to go ahead.
Oh yeah. You know, I respect for that. You know what I mean? He is who he is. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he don't. But you know, he the one. You know. So after that, man, I've been here ever since. You know what I mean? Going on 15 years. You know.
Now, at that point when you started, did you know that you wanted to end up owning? You know what I mean?
Actually, I'm gonna tell you another secret, right? When I was out here in my mess, cause I was cutting hair. I was cutting the whole east side. You know what I mean? And I was getting high at the time. You know what I'm saying? And I was asking God in the midst of all that, I want to own a barbershop on the east side. You know what I mean? And it happened years later. You know what I mean? You know, through that mess and through all that other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's why today, man, I have nothing against drugs. I just don't do them. But I know that what drugs does to people, and I know that it's all done by design. You know what I mean? That's why you got to be very careful. You know what I mean? Because who you party with, some people party with other things. And then a lot of people can't handle those things. And so you get addicted to things that you can't handle, and it takes you into a situation that you may not be able to come out of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's not just me, it's you see a lot of entertainers, you know what I'm saying? We are not no different. I don't care, you're in Hollywood, they die out there too.
Yeah.
They OD on drugs, you know what I'm saying? And it's part of life, you know what I mean? But I had to let that part go.
Yeah, and then there's fake drugs going around now.
Yeah.
It's bad.
It's always been going around. Ain't going around, it's always been like that.
I'm sure
It's always been like that, you know what I mean? You know, so, you know, with all the things that I had to deal with, not knowing, trying to have a good time, and thinking that this is the way of life, but really not knowing because, you know, nobody never told you, well, we always heard about cocaine, but nobody really said, look, what cocaine will do to you.
Especially when it first got out. Nobody, like, you just had to kind of figure it out.
But they said coke was a rich man's drug. So we wouldn't worry about poor people getting it until the government switched that up. So we got to capture some people. How do we capture them? We get them on drugs. You know what I mean? They're doing lock their ass up and they commit crime, so we got them. So we got to get rid of some kind of, it's called modern day slavery.
Right.
And so we got to trick them. Some gonna get tricked and some not. You know what I mean? But the ones that we trick, that's gonna be our money makers, and that's gonna be the ones that reward us. You feel me? You know what I mean? So it was all done by design, man. You know what I mean? Especially in the 80s and the 90s, when they just let it all, they let it all hang out. There was a war on drugs. What was the war on drugs? There were wars on niggas. You know what I mean? That's the drug that they wanted the money. And so who else are we gonna pimp? You know what I mean? Huh?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's an interesting topic, man.
Mm-hmm.
The drug situation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the people that was using, selling,
Mm-hmm.
and you know that's all set up. Yeah, that was all set up. That whole thing, people was gonna get locked up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Lives were gonna be, people gonna get. That's why they made Scarface. Cause what did Scarface do for a lot of people who didn't know anything about? It was the lifestyle. Just what you do to people, all your money, you kill them. Mm-hmm. So you think of people. So you think, man, I'm sitting back, you smoking the hell. You got you. Man, dude owe me $5,000. You know what I mean? Owe me 10 or whatever. You feel me? So we got to do something to him. So we didn't watch the movie. So now we are reacting to the movie. So now we're gonna carry this thing out. Where you gun at? You know what I mean? Who we gonna rob? We're gonna rob the drug dealer. Who we gonna kill? We're gonna kill the drug dealer. Who we gonna rob? We're gonna go to the drug dealer. We're gonna get his money. You know what I'm saying? Or we're gonna set him up, get his ass out the way. You know what I mean? That's all the devil's workshop.
Yeah.
It is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the entertainment. See, you speaking on that now. The entertainment.
Yeah, it's bigger.
And you see a lot of the rappers. See, they get the names from the people like Scarface.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? Capone.
Yeah.
And was it Bugsy Siegel?
Yeah.
I believe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The different gangsters.
Yeah. Mobsters.
The mobsters. They make movies about stuff like that.
Yeah, man. You should not make the movies about how you build wealth.
Right.
You know, they're not gonna make them. They don't want you to know about that part. Now they'll give you a job too, so you can make some movies about the lifestyle that goes on. That's why they got a problem with posting strip clubs. You know those. You know what I mean? Just like Tubi. You know, Tubi got a lot of. You know what I mean? You know, that's what they want you to, because you ain't got nothing else to do. But if you're not strong mentally, you actually think that is the way of life. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. That is a thing, because there's a flip side to look at that. Like with Tubi, I look at it, I'm like, you know, there's a lot of black people making movies and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, that's good. That they're doing something to kind of get their name up. Because some of these Tubis, some of these people that be on Tubi, you see them get cast in the other movies sometimes. So I'm like, it gives them an opportunity. That's how I look at it. But yeah, there's some people that would look at that and be like, well, that's the way to live. That's
All the songs
That's
about
the way to do.
Right. You know what I mean? We're gonna get this money. We're gonna go to the strip club. We're gonna buy this jewelry. And so I was watching what's his name, Haney, the other day, right? You know,
Haney?
Yeah, he had bling on. You heard me. He went and bought him a watch for $400,000. I was like, you know what I mean? So this is one of my watch number 8 or whatever. You know what I mean? So I said, well, you know what? I could have some family members. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm cool that I could help them. But I get it. You know, you work for it, you want to treat yourself to something. You know, would I buy a $400,000 watch? I guess if I had about 20, 30 million. You know, but I think that my first projection would be to make sure that my generations are cool. I know everybody's not gonna. I can say it now. I know everybody's not gonna do what they're supposed to do with their money. You know, but if I just give them that opportunity to do that, I guess their mindset would change. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, first, second, third, maybe. You know what I mean? You know, but then all depends on how you feel that day. You know what I'm saying? But I think that if we can help more people look like us become much more successful, then it trickles down so we can start owning shit. You know what I'm saying? We can start getting our own grocery stores. We can start buying our own banks instead of putting our money in them. You know, because once you got, like I said, once you got money, you can start investing and get a return on it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you don't make enough money to invest. then you got to figure that shit out, you know what I'm saying? And it takes a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you was like I said, these things are not being taught. You know, we all said it today, you know, but I just try to teach myself every day on how to become better financially, mentally, and responsibly, because I know that responsibilities come with paying bills. You know what I mean? All the time, you know what I mean? Whether you got a whole lot of money, whether you don't got a whole lot of money, even through the tough moments of life. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So, DJing, barbering. When you decided business, that you wanted to take the business side and really get into that, was there anybody that you seen that was already doing it, or as you got into it, was there people that you met in business and different things like that?
Yes and no. I know that being here, like I guess in my 8th or 9th year, I would look up into the ceiling. I was like, there's something else that comes with this besides this. Because I know that this is going to fade out. You know what I mean? So, but then, like I said, God was speaking to me. I ain't say that something. No, God was telling me there's another level that you got to get to.
Right.
And it's not even about cutting hair. You know, it's about understanding what you're doing to cut business. Because the United States is a business.
Right.
You know, so then I just started finding things that I never paid attention, like credit, how important the scores are, you know, the numbers, and then how to start set your business up to get business funding. That way you got much for personal credit, you know what I mean? So I've been on that journey, you know, for a minute, you know what I mean? You know, so that's been the mission for about the last 6 or 7 years. You know what I mean? You good?
What's up, Bubba?
What's happening, brother?
I see you still into the music thing.
I'm into everything.
You need a keyboard?
Do I need a keyboard?
Uh-huh.
I don't even play a keyboard. But you got what you get him at one?
No, I got one for sale, brand spanking new. One of them big Yamaha jumps with the
Really?
stand with it and everything, yeah.
How much you want for?
What's it worth to you? This brand spanking new, never been used in that.
Shit. Hey, look.
It wasn't an expensive cut. It wasn't expensive. The big jump with the stand. I got the stand to it and everything.
Okay. Oh, I mean, I know people that play that.
Yeah, like I said, I'll think about, like I said, all we get characters pawn shop. I'll think about, like I said, what is the jump they have at the church or whatever?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to go to the church or something. But I mean, I know you.
No, I'm a DJ.
Yeah. But I mean, you know a lot of stuff.
Yeah, keyboards, they got a great sound. You know, but I hold on to it, and I will check some resources for you.
Well, she got to go to that.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
I can get you a good deal on it. You might get,
Talk to me quick.
What's your worth to you?
I haven't seen nothing that you said. You know what I mean?
There you go, get it. You're a hustler.
But go ahead on with your question, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Say this shit, though.
Yeah.
I ain't no goddamn pawn shop. But go ahead on. Pawn shop ain't gonna give nothing for it. You fuck what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Brand new, you ain't got to stand all that shit. Go ahead on. You gotta jump in. This is, you know what I mean? No, I ain't gonna get it. But go ahead on.
Now, as far as the business,
Yeah.
As far as getting things in the business name and different things like that. I know you got some information on that. Is there some game you can give us on that?
Okay, well, long your personal credit is 680 to 740. It's obtainable. And another thing is your credit utilization, meaning long as you're under 30% utilization, and they say if you can keep it lower than that, it's even better. Meaning that if you just get a credit card and just say it's $10,000, so you got $3,000 that you can play with. But if you just spend $1,000 or just spend $500, pay it back, then your score goes up. You know what I mean? So once your scores, you know what I mean, is there, you got a whole bunch of hard inquiries on there, you know what I mean, you'll be good. So now, once you really set up your business profile, it's a numbers game. Once you set up your business profile, get everything that it should be, get your NIN, get your Dun & Bradstreet number, you know what I mean, you get your website, get your phone number, get yourself an email address, not your email address, your business email address, get yourself a business address or a virtual address, what is considered. So now, once you start adding your trade lines on that, meaning that if you get, just say you get a fuel card, you go get some card that you can just make payments on. It's called a net 30 account.
Right.
Then you get a pay that score. Once you pay that score, get around 80. So now you can start applying for those high-end credit cards, the American Express, the Wells Fargo, the Chase, you know what I mean, those cards, you know what I mean, the Bank of America, you know, those cards. So now once you learn how to leverage those things, meaning you use their money to start buying properties and all these other things, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Let me off. She's brand spanking new. You understand and everything. You can't go like this.
Yeah, I know how to go, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
Sit up there like that, adjust it down.
I wish y'all could get it right now, but I can't do that with them right now. That's why I said, give me about, but you see, I'll go right now, I have to give me about an hour or something, you know what I mean? But I got your number. I mean, you know.
You get a cheat there, you'll probably show you.
What you want? I ain't got for $5, so you get a cheat.
Well, let me get off, man.
Huh?
Let me get off.
I don't want no goddamn keyboard. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't have the need for no keyboard right now. I want one, but now it's not today. But you never said come with no number. You gotta say something.
Give me $100 right now.
Oh shit.
Give me $100 right now. She's brand new, never been at the box, never been playing that. Give me $100 right now, she's yours.
Hold on to it for a minute. Just hold on to it for a minute. Just hold on to it.
Now, how long?
Yeah, I told you about an hour. You know what I mean?
Are you gonna get it?
I'll come get it.
I'm going to you get it.
No.
I'm going to try it, man. If you gonna get it, it's already yours. That's another mood to me.
No. Just go ahead.
So, give me $80 right now, it's yours. I'll walk. Give me $80 right now, and it's yours. I'll walk.
Go ahead. Because I'm doing a live show right now. You know what I mean? Just give him about an hour. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's the key to it. You know what I mean? Business credit. So once you really start focusing on that, then you find out which bank. There's a lot of credit unions that you join. Then there's a lot of banks. And once you start learning, then you'll see how it goes. Because now you can get your card and your business name, but using your EIN number, not your social security number. This is what you want to use. You want to get out of using your social security number because it's no good no more. Social security number ain't worth shit. You know what I mean? So you use your EIN number, and that's where you build that. You know what I'm saying? And that way, because once you LLC your business or C corporate, S corporate, there's nothing in your name. It's in the business name. So you can't get attacked, you can't get sued the business.
Right.
You get your insurance or whatever, and that's how you start building. You'll come with that, you can get some great life insurance policies, the Roth accounts, you know what I mean, and things like that will make a difference. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You know, it's not a long shot, but as long as your personal credit is straight, you'll get accepted real fast. You know what I mean? And then certain stores you can go to and go in there and get $10 credit card in 10 minutes. You know what I mean? And it's real. You know, but then you got to figure out what you can do with the money. So that's why it's a journey. But once you get in there, you're in there. Like, you're in there for life. Then you can start building. Just you start buying real estate. The real estate is going to, the interest rate right now is coming down. You know, real estate is one of the biggest investments that people are going to invest in.
It's always going to be there. That's
yeah, and people are going to always look for something to get into. Look at all the people coming to the United States right now. It's going to need a place to stay. You know what I'm saying?
Makes a lot of sense. Something I meant to ask you this. So where'd you get the name?
Bubbalou?
Yeah, Bubbalou.
Well, actually, the lady who raised me, the gentleman that she used to date, his name was Bubba Jive, and he was from Florida. And his dad's name was Bubba Franks. He was from Florida. You know what I mean? Fly dresser, stay sharp, suit and tie every day. You know, back in the day, he had a convertible Chevrolet. I always remember it was red, had a convertible top. So every Sunday, he used to take all the kids in the neighborhood to ride. I lived on Capitol Street then. He used to take all the kids around the block. It was a big thing. You know what I'm saying? You know, to get a ride in the car back then. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I got that name. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he gave me, come up with bubbalou. That's how I got that name. That's how that name came to life, baby. Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me see.
And so everybody who listened back down the radio station saw for what came in here a while ago. But hey, we live. Like so we're not editing nothing. This is what it is. It's a barbershop.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I would love to get a keyboard if I told them so I can talk about it. You know what I mean? Man, I gotta figure it out right now. Shit.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we didn't cover it, you know, from start to finish. Is there anything else you want to share with the, you know, viewers? My viewers.
Because I'm gonna get this keyboard now.
Okay.
No, but man, tell them where they can find you, Jay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, my name is, you know, J Money Live on YouTube. You can find me there. YGR J Money on Instagram, I believe. Yep. And on TikTok, yougotreach. You can find me, or type in J Money Live. It should pop up. That's where you can find me on these social medias. But one thing I do want to say, I appreciate your time.
Oh yeah.
And I appreciate, you know, everything, like I said, that you got going on.
Mm-hmm.
You respect your craft. I respect your craft. What you got going on is, you know, I felt like it was something that I wanted everybody to know about. That doesn't know. Be inspired. You know what I mean?
Right. I appreciate that, man. You know what I mean?
And coming together, collaborating. That's what I'm all about. Also, I felt like that's what you were getting into.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, you know, we got to get it done.
My man. Let me give him a round of applause. And you know, I met this young brother, because him and his brother used to come here. I think your brother came first, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know, so then you started coming. You was a little kid then. You know what I mean? So he had come the other day, man, asked me for the interview, and I said, sure. You know what I mean? I appreciate that, because now I have something to build upon. You feel me? You know, and I appreciate that, man. So thank you for this opportunity, for me to be on your station. You know what I mean? You know, so y'all can find me on all social media platforms, also DJ Bubbalou, Michael Butler. You know what I mean? My radio station is live right now. I'm building my website as we think. And so as I get everything going, you know what I mean? So thank everybody once again for tuning in. You have an amazing day. Everybody listening right now on fan base, appreciate that. You know what I mean? So if y'all don't got the fan base app, download it. It's a black person who owns it. You know what I mean? And just like we're on Facebook, giving Mark Zuckerberg sucking us, getting us a little bit of money for the content that we're creating over there. You know, like I say, don't y'all forget. Also, coming up on September the 18th, we'll put together a tribute to Frankie Beverly here at the VFW from 9 to 1. And we're gonna get some people to come out. You know what I mean? And do a little bit of entertainment, sing some of his songs. So I'll put together real fast in a week. So it's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be an all-white event. So get your white clothes out, and we're just gonna come out, man, and we're gonna salute one of the greatest R&B singers from the modern era to this very day, and for what he done for a lot of brothers and sisters. You know, for his music, man, it's gonna be epic forever. All right.
All right.
My man. Appreciate it.